everybody. Now, Melba, we were discussing about your Tony, and you gave us your story. Now, in 1972, you co-starred in a variety television series with Clifton Davis. We all know who that is. You both revealed that the show was canceled after your personal relationship.
It wasn't canceled.
Ended?
It just was never picked. It ended, but it wasn't canceled. That's different. That means you got fired. Right?
Oh.
We didn't get fired. It just wasn't picked up.
You and him were in a
And
relationship?
don't you tell me it was canceled again.
You were in a relationship, correct, with Clifton Davis?
Well, now that got canceled. Well, I have to say, I didn't cancel it, though. He canceled it.
He broke it up?
Yes.
Mind telling us why?
Yes.
We want to know.
I'll tell you in the book. Only reason why is because this is very juicy and everything, and the story's kind of old now, and it's time for me to get the book out and go on to the rest of my life. I should say, too, and let him has his life. You know, he has a new family, You know, so I don't want to.
So you and him are still tight? You guys?
No, we're not tight. I don't want his wife to get the wrong
You don't
thing.
communicate at all?
We're very good friends. We love each other, but it's very platonic.
Now, you performed at the Apollo Theater in 1974 and met your record manager, business promoter as well, Charles Huggins. You married him in 1975 and divorced in 1999. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. I read in an article online
And
about
I
your
probably
ex-husband.
wrote the article.
It says Charles Huggins arrested in a Ponzi
Oh, I didn't
scheme.
write that.
He was charged along with two other
Yes.
defendants for a $2.5 million Ponzi scheme. Did you know anything about that, you know, when all that came
I
out?
still don't.
You still don't? Okay.
So, the main reason that I don't, there is a reason. I'm not being funny. We have a daughter. So I need to be there for her. I also don't ever want to discourage her relationship with him. It's easier if I don't know what's going on. I was never a part of it. I can be there for her. High finance was never my thing.
I know what you have to know about.
What's that?
Is your marriage with him. Can
Absolutely.
you share,
Absolutely.
you know, some of the things that was going on?
Sure.
I heard some things, but I don't want to.
Now those things
I want
I'm
you
sure
to say.
I wrote and what I had in print and did in the media because at the time there was a phony divorce that he had forged my name and had several colleagues and collaborates to create a conspiracy to divorce me without my participation or without my knowing. So that was a real. I was able to overturn it, but like I said, in the process, I didn't have.
Do you still keep in contact with him?
I keep in contact with my daughter.
Okay.
She keeps in contact with him, because I don't want to know nothing.
We're going to move on when you signed with Buddha Records, with This Is It, which reached Billboard 100. This Is It became #1 disco track in UK that year. In 1976, you turned around and scored your 3rd Grammy nomination for Lean On Me. What advice do you have for up-and-coming artists today that are looking at you? Of course, the legend. You know, what advice do you have for them?
Well, I love the arts. I hope you can see that. It's very difficult, very rough, but you know what they say, if it don't kill you, it'll make you better.
And besides your music, how would you want people to remember Melba?
Well, wait a minute. Don't forget about me yet.
No,
I ain't
wait.
ready to go yet.
Wait.
I don't know if I want to think about that yet. Ain't you got another question?
You're not going nowhere.
I got a lot of stuff to do here.
You know, you're not going
No,
anywhere.
go ahead.
We truly know that. But
Oh, okay.
I'm serious. I really
I thought I
would.
heard a butt coming. What,
it's
Melinda?
something to think about it. I really would like to know, how would you want people to remember you by, besides your music?
No, what my work in my life is to be a saint. That's what I do. I go when I'm not working. I go every morning I'm Catholic. I go to Mass. I receive the Word or the liturgy. I receive the body and blood of Christ. Every once in a while, He allows me to go and sing. So that's not my work. That's not my job. But what I've noticed is, since I put God first, my voice is getting better, and I'm getting cuter.
I'm going to say the first part of a prayer, and I want you to finish the rest.
She's deep, boy.
Right after this break. Before the break, I talked about saying a prayer. I'm going to say the first part of the prayer, and then I'd like for you to continue on, okay? Dear Lord, my prayer for the world would be?
World peace.
Oh. Okay.
I just like to keep
Can
it
you
simple.
elaborate that a little more?
Oh, elaborate? Oh, you don't want me to elaborate. Boy, I just go on and on and on and on.
Right.
But peace means more than just quiet or tranquility or lack of action. It means prosperity. It means a fountain of graces and fullness of health and joy. And it means camaraderie. It means healing of communities and families. See, God's peace rules like a rod of iron. Okay?
Melba, what do you think makes you so special in a sense? Your vocals are still where they were 20-something years ago. They're still there. You still can hit those high notes. And you still look amazing. What do you think is so special about, because not everybody can, come back
It's
and
not easy.
30 years later and say, hey, I still have it. You know what I mean? It's a gift. But what do you think about you that is so special that you're still here today as if you were the same back then?
Well, it's been an ongoing process that hasn't stopped since I first began to, I guess, at least understand that I was born again and that I was a new creature. And that, as my ex-husband used to say, you ain't no nag no more, you a racehorse. And you have to eat differently. You have to have a regimen. You have to have discipline. As I've gotten older, there are certain things I cannot do and cannot eat anymore. And if I weed them out, there are certain things that I do even better. So he takes away, he keeps the best and he leaves the rest.
Tell me a little bit about, Forevermore.
Forevermore is going to be my new CD, and I'm working on it now. I have some incredible songs on it. The first single that was released is called Love Is. The current single, which is called What Can I Do to Survive? The important thing about that single, besides it's a hit record, it's a beautiful song, it's written and composed by Mr. Dominic McFadden, who just happens to be the son of Gene McFadden of McFadden and Whitehead. Ever hear of them? Yes. It ain't no law firm.
Now, Melba, you've been through a lot, in your life. Abuse, probably verbal. I would say verbal as well as physical, or just verbal.
A variety of kinds.
Oh wow. Okay. How did you get out of that?
Well, I would say that maybe the last time, first of all, by the time I got into Pearlie around 1970, I realized that I had been depressed all my life. It was just a way of life. It's the way we lived. Everybody got drunk on Saturday night and beat each other up and cut each other up. That's what was normal. Until my stepfather came into our lives, and I had a sister and a brother and aunts and uncles and cousins, communication. We had music as the center of our family. We loved, we laughed. So, oh my God, you could be happy. I then started to study music, went to Music and Art High School. I started to care about other people in a different way, and when I became a school teacher, I was determined to show them respect and show them that I love them, because I taught in the inner city school, so they were just like me. Then when I got through college and taught school for a little while, I said, oh, maybe I could be a performer too.
Right.
And then when I got out to start to do that and got on the stage, there was all this fright and all these other things. But every time I would go on the stage and I'd see the people looking at me and I'd be looking at them, I said, what you looking at? And I would see that they're looking for me to express something. And then when I would express, oh, I like being here, so would they. I said, oh, you can start. This is where I really learned on this stage that you can decide to be happy and work at it. And that's maybe the most important thing I've learned about being in public and being an artist, to choose to work at being positive and happy. Is that what you asked me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Good, Mark. You answered it pretty good. I think you're just strong for a woman that has gone through so much in her life, and she's here today.
But people always help me, I should say that.
Yeah, but you know
Really
what?
helped
It
me a
comes
lot.
from in here. You know, I believe.
Well, you got to say thank you, and as they help you, then you get stronger.
I believe that strength, and others support.
Yes.
They support that strength.
Like
but
say,
I think
you
that
can't
inner
even
thing, you got to have some of that too.
But you can't even do anything bad by yourself, so you need other people too.
Yeah. Well, Melba, I just want to thank you so much for being here. Very first episode, Thank you all for being here. Miss Melba Moore as well. And I want you guys to be well and be good, and we'll see you next time right here on the Belinda Michael Show. Bye-bye.